You know, for a channel that has been mostly based in managing my life, my music, my full-time job, my part-time job, my pets, my girlfriend, having a social life, hobbies, YouTube, TikTok, I tend to go into the world of productivity. And for some, you may Google like I have or searched on YouTube and look for best ways to optimize your productivity because you have a lot going on in your life too. Then you look and you see like Notion, there's Good Notes, how to optimize your iPad, how to optimize your PC, how to, make your life efficient, how to check all these things. But for me, I've noticed as someone with ADHD that I actually have to avoid productivity apps. Now, I have to be productive because I have to be able to manage my schedule and have this challenge going, adding on the added pressure of making sure I have one video every day for a year, while also doing all of those things that I listed earlier. I find that I've been avoiding productivity apps because I simply just get lost and hyper focused on trying to make it look the best, on trying to focus on optimizing it, and it actually becomes a time sink, which is kind of ironic, right? Because you're trying to use it to effectively manage your time, but in reality, I'm using it and it actually doesn't help me with my time. I tend to figure out what templates are better, watch videos on how to manage my Notion, how to change it, download this, change that, try this checklist, try that checklist, try this calendar, try those tasks. And it actually doesn't work for me because I hyper focus on that so much that I lose that productivity on something that was actually important, and I put it on the app and trying to make that more efficient. Now, for some people, optimizing the app that one time or maybe very infrequently is good for them because they just do it that one time and they use it for the rest of the time and it was worth it. But for me, it does not work that way. I tend to spiral into whatever I'm doing, which is why I try not to doom scroll on my phone. I try not to be on the internet a lot. I try not to play that many video games. Not because I think there's something wrong with people who do it, but because I know that I won't get anything done. So I actually go the analog route with my productivity and I avoid productivity apps. I use books. I write my ideas down. I have a creative ideas book. I have a book for what I have to do, what's going on in my month. I have my planner that I check every day. I check everything every day because it helps me remember what's going on. I use Apple Calendar, Outlook Calendar, Google Calendar, and I have them all go to my phone. So I set alerts to everything so I never forget. I put something 2 hours before, I put it 1 hour before. Depending on if I have to travel, I may even put it 30 minutes before or 15 minutes before. If it's a call, I'll have it in there. I add everything to my calendar. And really, the Apple ecosystem, for my phone, is the best thing that I've used in terms of being productive without having to use too much tech. So I use the calendar app. Make sure that it's set to alert me an hour before, 30 minutes before I do the 2 alerts. I do alarms. I just set an alarm for something. I try to remember that. I write things in my book, and I check my book every day. It's a force of habit. It actually helps me because I'm not constantly on my phone, on my computer, on my iPad when I'm at work or when I'm doing stuff that I want to do. If I relied on my phone, I would be on it all the time. My screen time would be crazy high. You're looking at 10, 11, 12 hours for some people. My screen time tends to be pretty low. Now, it may be a little higher because I'm recording a video or maybe I'm using GPS, but it's not high because I'm scrolling TikTok or using Instagram or, staying on YouTube all the time. I have premium, so I just close it and I'll listen to what I want to listen to. Maybe I'll find a YouTube video that I want to listen to in the background while I work on things, but I don't doom scroll because I just need that time to be used and utilized on other things. And one of those things is trying to figure out my schedule through the day. My job tends to be pretty busy. I travel a good bit. Music is busy. I want to be able to make time to make songs. I want to be able to make time to promote songs. I want to be able to have this YouTube channel and show you all this. And maybe you all have some certain productivity things that you do to make sure that you stay productive. And if you want to leave those in the comments, let me know, because I'm always looking to improve, and I want to see you all's ideas on how you get through your week. I try and work on my computer for, work-related stuff. If I have videos, I edit those when I get home, and I tend to stay off my devices because I know that I will not be productive if I use Notion or I use GoodNotes, because those apps suck me into my phone. And then once I'm in my phone, it's hard to get out. Or once I'm on my iPad, it's hard to get out. So this helps me with studying. This helps me with the things that I have to do. And maybe there might be a better way than analog and carrying around all those books. But for me, that's what keeps me focused, is sometimes just going to a pen and paper and having my calendar in the background just reminding me of my day-to-day tasks. And that's what keeps me productive. So maybe y'all have some ideas that I can implement and maybe try out for a future video as we go on for these next 355 days. But until then, I'll see you tomorrow.